Welcome to a new edition of the Famous Interviews with Joe Dimino. On this episode, we talk with author and life coach Zehra Mahoon. Her mission is to guide others to stop making the mistakes that are preventing them from their success and ultimate joy by teaching them the power of heart and mind alignment based on the law of attraction. She is the author of 15 books on these subjects and the creator of the Unlimited 40-Day Law of Attraction workbook and support group. After committing to completely transforming her self-worth in 2006, she went from being massively in debt to owning multiple properties and creating a thriving business, as well as healing her relationships. Enjoy this interview.
Thank you for taking a minute out. And I want to begin the conversation here with, how did you survive the last couple of years with COVID? How did you get through that? And how did it subsequently change the way that not only you live your life, but the way that you approach business?
It actually has not had any impact on me at all. My life continues the same as it did before. I'm not affected at all in any way, shape, or form.
So in your line of work, has it increased clientele? Have there been more people? How has that happened?
Has business increased? Business increases every year as such. So it's just been increasing as it has always grown. So I can't say that, it's just been a normal year.
So let me get kind of the essence of what you do for a living. If you were in front of a bunch of third graders at a career day and one of the kids looks up at you and says, "What do you do for a living?" how would you answer them?
I would say that I help people make better decisions about everything.
What did you want to be when you were in the third grade? What was your vision for your life?
I don't believe that I thought that far. I used to get annoyed with people asking me what I wanted to do. What do you want to do when you grow up? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up.
Well, are you happy with how everything turned out?
Absolutely. Very happy.
So let's go back in your life to your childhood. Talk to me a little bit about where you were born and raised and kind of how some of these seeds got in you to become who you are today.
I was born in Pakistan, but my parents traveled all over the world for work, and so I never stayed in one place for too long. A couple of years in one place and then move again, and a couple of years in another place and move again.
What was it also about your childhood that made you want to be a writer, to be an author, and to be a life coach? How did all of that, those kind of motivations begin for you?
I never planned on being an author. It was never something that I aspired to do. I started writing my blog, and one day I was writing a blog post and it became too long to be a blog post. And that is how my first book was written. I decided, this cannot be a blog post, so why don't I package it as a small ebook? And so that's how the book was born. And then I was like, I can actually write books, and there are more things I want to share with people. So I'm going to write another book. And then it just became more and more because I kept thinking, okay, I want to share this, and I want to share this, and I want to share this. And every time I wanted to share something, it became a book.
So when you were growing up, what was the book for you that really either gave you that desire to write at some point or really made you want to read more?
When I was a kid, I used to read a lot. I read all sorts of mystery books. My favorite author was Enid Blyton as a child, and lots of others. I was a voracious reader, and I enjoyed it a lot. I was always reading, and I've always been reading. Like since grade 2, my second grade is when I first started reading Enid Blyton, and I'm always reading something. I'm usually reading 2 or 3 things on the go. Like there's a book I'll read on the treadmill, and then there's another book that I'll read when I'm in front of the TV. And I have 2 or 3 going at the same time, usually.
So in your life, sometimes we're only as good as those that we look up to. Who's been a hero or a role model for you?
Lots of people. it depends on what I'm going through in life, and when I want to acquire a skill or I want to acquire a personality trait, I just look around me for those people who stand out, and then I observe them, and I learn from my observations. And if they've written something, I'll read it. I'll just follow them around until I have absorbed what I need from them. And then I move along. I don't stick to one person. It's whoever can teach me. And sometimes they are well-known people and sometimes they're not. Sometimes it can be someone in your neighborhood that teaches you something, or, you just meet someone and they're able to impart something that you were looking for. There are teachers everywhere.
So if you could meet anybody on the planet right now that's alive, who would you love to meet and talk to?
That's an interesting question. I think there are more people who have transitioned that I would love to talk to. Dr. Wayne Dyer being one. Meet and talk to. Well, I've already met and talked to the person that I wanted to meet and talk to. And her name is Lisa Nichols. I wanted to meet Lisa Nichols and talk to her, and I've done that. So I'm done. I'm good for now. Haven't found another person yet that I would like to do that with.
So when you look on your life right now and evaluate what you've done, what are you the proudest of?
My children. I am a very proud mother. I am very proud of my children and their accomplishments, and our accomplishments in the sense that we are a very tight-knit family.
So in the realm of wisdom and, looking back on our lives, if you have a dream tonight, run into your 20-year-old version, and you could give that version of you a piece of advice based on what you've lived and learned in your life, and it's all about the wisdom you've gained, what would you tell your young version?
Oh, my goodness. When I was 20, I didn't know anything about law of attraction. And so if I was able to meet the 20-year-old me at this point in time, I would want to teach them a couple of things about law of attraction.
What's been
many things about law?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done. No, go ahead. You're good.
No, that's it. That's okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I was just going to ask, what's been one of the best fan letters you've ever gotten back from somebody? Best client response you've ever received?
I get so many emails on a regular basis and posts in my Facebook group. I can tell you the most recent one. The most recent couple of emails that I've got. One is from someone who has just landed the job of their dreams and was able to write his own job description, state how much he wanted to make, and got that job. This morning, someone posted in the Facebook group that she received 3 raises at her job and was able to purchase a house, which was something that she had wanted to do for a very long time. She was able to do that in 2022. There's another person who stated yesterday that she's, over the last 2 or 3 years that she's been, 2 years that she's been working with me, 3 years maybe, close to 3 years, she's lost 158 pounds, found better work prospects, received a bonus, in salary increase, everything in her life has changed. So I'm always getting things like this. Someone this morning, I saw a comment on my YouTube channel with someone who said that they've acquired a whole new belief system because of listening to my YouTube videos. And this is someone that they're not in my Facebook group, so I don't know them at a personal level. They've just been listening to my YouTube videos for the past, I don't know how long. And so there are always people who you don't know whose life you're going to touch and in how many ways you're going to touch their lives. And I just share freely whatever I know, and it's wonderful when people come back and share that it has helped them, because that is what gives me the impetus to keep doing what I do.
So everyone out there has a perception of you, your family, your friends, your clients, but ultimately you're the one that's in control of your life. You live it. What's your perception
Yes.
of you? Who do you think you are?
I am absolutely amazing.
I like it.
I am absolutely amazing. Once I decide that there's something I want to do, I do it. I still have so much more potential. So, I have not arrived. I'm still a work in process. I have so much more potential. There's so much more that I want to do. So I'm just going to keep going. And I think that that's the thing that I love about me is that there's always something more to reach for, to hope for, to keep going after. I think life is fun because there's always something to go after. And I like that about myself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's wonderful. So if anyone out there wants to learn more about you, your services, anything related to your world, where's the best place for them to go?
My handle across all social media as well as my blog are Zehra Mahoon. So my first initial and my last name, ZMAHOON.com, and Zehra Mahoon across all social media. So you can find me very easily. And there's only one of me in the world, so that helps.
That's wonderful. That's easy. That's very easy to find. Hey, this has been great. Thank you for opening up. Have a great 2023. I appreciate your time. This has been fascinating.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to another famous interview with Joe Dimino, where we cover the world of art, literature, business, spirituality, music, and more from around the globe. If you want to hear more interviews, visit the Famous Interviews with Joe Dimino channel on YouTube or Spotify. Thanks again for listening, and until next time.